So bring your awareness to your breath. And begin to follow the rise and fall of your breath. With your inhalation, feel the front body expand and become buoyant. With each exhalation, let the back body descend and release. So inhale, create a sense of space. And exhale, allow the back body to release on your mat. And just follow your breath as it moves through the body. And bring your palms together and rub your palms together. And then bring your hands to rest on your abdomen. And as the hands rest here, allow the breath to fill the belly. And then exhale, let the belly descend. Inhale and draw the breath into the abdomen. Let the belly rise up to lift your palms, and then exhale. Take a few more abdominal breaths. And now bring your hands to your ribs. And just take a moment to let your awareness rest at your hands. And with your inhalation, draw the breath into the rib cage and spread the ribs wide. And then exhale, let the ribs contract. Inhale, draw the breath in. And exhale. Take a few more breaths, breathing into your ribs, breathing horizontally. And then bring your hands to rest at the center of your chest. And with your inhalation, draw the breath into the center of your heart. Lift it up into your palms, and then exhale. Inhale, draw the breath into the chest, spread your collarbones, and exhale. And take a few more breaths, breathing into the heart center. And then bring one hand to your abdomen, one hand to your ribs, or you can leave it at your chest. And as we practice the 3-part breath, begin by drawing your breath into the abdomen. And then draw the same breath from the abdomen into the ribs. And then from the ribs into the chest. Exhale in one breath and let go. Inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. And exhale, release, and let go. And take a few more breaths, breathing in the 3-part breath. And then release your arms down by your sides. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Reach your arms up and take them behind you. Stretch through your arms, do a pelvic tilt, and gently press your heels into the mat. And then exhale. Reach your arms up, take them all the way behind you. Press through the balls of your feet. And then exhale the arms down. Inhale, reach your arms up and press your feet away. Reach your fingertips towards the wall. And then bring your arms up towards the ceiling and open and close your hands. And make a loose fist, make some circles with your wrists. And pause and go the other way. And then flip your palms up and point your fingers down and just wave your hands up and down. And then bring your palms together, interlace your fingers, and turn the palms up to the ceiling. Relax your shoulders and press the palms up towards the ceiling. And then take your folded hands behind you. Stretch your body. Release the interlace of your fingers and wiggle them. And then bring your arms up, back up to the ceiling with your palms facing one another. And shrug your shoulders up off your mat. And then place them down. Shrug the shoulders up and place them down. And then shrug your shoulders up and place them down. Hold on to opposite elbows and take the arms behind you again. And this time, as you're here, perhaps find a spot on the ceiling where you can fix your gaze. And just breathe into the body. Draw the arms up and then slide them to the left and take your eyes to the right. And then slide your arms to the right and eyes to the left. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling again. Refold the arms. Take them behind you and again, find a spot on the ceiling. Focus your gaze. On your next exhale, bring the arms up and then slide them to the right and gaze to the left. And then arms to the left and gaze to the right. Reach your arms up to the ceiling, take them all the way behind you. Stretch the body one last time. And then bring your arms down by your sides. Scrunch and spread your toes. And point and flex your feet. Make some circles with your ankles. And pause and then go the other way. Bring your big toes together and pinky toes to the floor, and then just windshield wipe your feet in and out. Bring your big toes together and point your toes and just feel the engagement in your legs. And then release and slide your heels. Tap the backs of your legs. And I'm going to sit up and move my bolster. And come back down onto my mat. So bring your feet to the floor. And lift your hips up. Slide the buttocks down towards your heels. And walk your hands down towards your feet. And then press your feet into the floor. Press the lower back into the floor. And release. Press your feet. Press the lower back into the mat. And release and press your feet. Press the lower back into the mat. And release. Draw your knees into your chest and rock them in and out. Hug them in. And then let the knees fall away. Cross the left ankle over the right and make some circles around your low back and sacrum. And then hug your thighs in. And let the knees fall away. And then take the right ankle over the left and make circles in the other direction. And draw your thighs into your chest. Rock in and out. And then uncross the ankles. Hold on behind your legs and rock again. And stretch your legs up. And then bring them in. Stretch the legs up and bring them in. And stretch your legs up. And then take the legs wide. Point and flex your feet. And bring your legs in. And then take the legs wide. And bring them in. One more time, take your legs wide. And bring them in. And then lower the feet to the floor. Press your feet into the floor and the lower back into the floor. And release. Press your feet, press the lower back. And release. And press your feet, press the lower back. And release. Draw your the other right thigh into your chest. And rock in and out. Still makes me laugh all the time I do it, every time I do it. And then draw your right knee over to your left shoulder. And come back and draw the right knee to the right shoulder. And hold on to the top of your knee and make a few circles. And then go in the opposite direction. Draw your thigh into your chest and reach your leg up. Press your thigh into your hands. And then bring your thigh to your chest and reach up. Bring the thigh in and reach up. And then bring the thigh in and just rock it a couple of times, in and out. And then stretch the leg any amount that you can. And then bring the leg up to perpendicular. You can take your arms out to a T or rest them on your abdomen. Point your toe and then lower the right leg. Let it hover just above the floor. And then flex your foot and lift. Point and lower. Flex and lift. Point and lower. Flex and lift. Point and lower. Flex and lift. And then bring your right ankle over the left knee. And use your thigh to, use your hand to roll open your hip and bring your knees in and rock them in and out. Lower your left foot to the floor and cross the right leg all the way over. Bring your knees in. And then lower your left foot. Take your right hand out to a T and use your left hand to guide your knees over to the left. Draw your navel in to support your lower back. And then come back up to the center. Take your feet as wide as your mat and rock your knees from side to side. And then bring your feet back to hip distance apart. And draw your left thigh in close, rock it in and out. And then draw the left knee over to the right shoulder. And then left knee to left shoulder. And make some circles with your left hip. And pause, and then go the other way. And hug your thigh in, and then stretch the leg up and bend it in a couple of times, let it rock in and out. And press your thigh into your hands. Take your arms either to a T or again, you can let them rest on your abdomen. Point your toe and lower the leg, let it hover, and then flex and lift. Point and lower, flex and lift, point and lower, flex and lift, point and lower, flex and lift. One more time, point and lower, flex and lift. And then draw your thigh into your chest. Walk your leg, hands up, stretch the back of your leg. And then cross the left ankle over the right knee. Use your left hand to roll open the left hip and bring your knees to your chest. Lower the right foot to the floor, cross the left leg all the way over and bring your knees in. Lower your right foot to the floor, take your left hand out to a T, and then cross the knees over to the right. Come back up to the middle, take your feet as wide as your mat, and rock your knees from side to side. And then extend your legs and extend your arms and stretch your body. And then relax, walk your legs to the right corner of your mat. Stretch through your left hand and press through your left heel. And then relax again and walk the legs over to the left corner of your mat. Stretch through your right arm and press through your right heel. And then come back to the middle and bend your knees. Bring your feet to the floor and take your belt. Take your right foot up into the belt. And walk your hands up as close to your foot as you can. And then just rock your leg in and out. You can put a little bend in your knee, just to help stretch it out a little bit. And then straighten the leg. Take the belt into your right hand, the left hand to your left hip. And as you exhale, take the right leg out to the right side and let your left knee drop to the left. Come back up to the middle, switch the belt into your other hand and take your leg over to the left. Come back up to the middle. Take the left foot up into the belt. And again, put a little bend in your knee, slight bend, and just rock in and out. And then straighten your left leg. Take the belt into your left hand to your right hip. As you exhale, let the legs separate. Come back up to the middle, take the belt into your right hand, and then cross the leg across to the right. Come back up to the middle, take both feet into the belt. Separate your feet about hip distance apart and spread your toes and press the edges of your feet into the edges of your belt. And then relax the legs, take them wide, and rock from side to side. And then you can bring your feet to the floor and extend your legs and your arms. Do a pelvic tilt. And then exhale your arms down by your sides. And you can roll to one side and sit up, but stay facing on your mat. So sit this way. Follow me. Okay. And then just come to Dandasana. Legs are nice and firm. Lift up your kneecaps so that your thighs are engaged. And your legs feel ignited. And then bring your hands forward. Keep your gaze at the space between your feet, and then press into your legs. Lift up your chest. And then come back, take your hands behind you, and bring the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana. And then bring your feet to the floor and reach your arms through. Bring your hands behind you, come to Baddha Konasana. Bring your feet to the floor, reach your arms through. And then come once again with the soles of the feet together. And then extend your legs and come forward. Press into your legs and lift up your chest. And then come up and cross your right leg in and then your left. And just hinge forward. So you're going to feel this. You're going to feel this in your hips, And most likely you'll feel it in your left hip more than the right, although today I'm feeling it in both of them equally. So. And then walk yourself up and then recross your legs. And once again, come forward. And just notice where you feel the tension. For me, it's really pronounced in my right hip now. And then walk yourself up and take your right hand to your left knee and twist. And then left hand to the right knee and twist. Come back to the center, extend your legs, slide your heels and tap them. And then I'm gonna turn to face you. You can sit up on your a towel or a blanket, whatever you have, or a pillow, if you want. And then come to sit in Sukhasana. And take your arms to your sides. Walk your fingertips out and wiggle your fingers. And then bring them back in. Walk the fingers out and wiggle. And bring them in. And then one more time, walk your hands out and bring them in. Reach your arms up. Turn your palms and exhale. Reach up. Turn your palms, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Interlace your palms, your fingers. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. And then bring your hands to your chest. Press your hands away. And bring your hands to your chest and reach your arms up. And then release the arms, roll your shoulders, and reverse. Inhale your shoulders up. Exhale with a hop. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Reach up with your left arm. Walk out to the right. Come all the way up. Take the left arm across the body and stretch the back of your shoulder. And then reach the left arm up again. Bend your elbow. Hold on to the left elbow with the right hand to stretch your triceps. And then release. Reach up with your right arm. Walk out to the left. And then come back up to the center. Draw the right arm across the front of the body. And then bend your right elbow. Hold on to the elbow with your left hand. Stretch your triceps. And then release. Take your legs wide and roll the thigh flesh down towards the floor. And just come forward. Walk over to your left leg and stretch through your right arm. And then walk over to your right leg and stretch through the left arm. Come back to the middle. And then hold on either to the insides of your feet or your shins. And just lift up your chest. And then come back, hold on behind your knees, bring the soles of the feet together, and hold on to your ankles. Lift up your chest. And then slide the legs slightly forward, the feet. Bring your elbows to your knees, and then come forward. And then come back up, bring your hands to the tops of your knees and round your back. And lift your chest. Round your back. Lift your chest and round your back. And lift your chest. And then let's come on to hands and knees. To table. And have your blocks close by. Have them at the top of your mat. And take your left leg out behind you. Rock your toes. Press your heel to the wall behind you. And then bring that leg back and then do the same with the right leg. Press your heel back. And bring your right knee back in. Take your right arm and left leg up. Keep your gaze at the mat. Draw the navel up and in, and reach your arm and leg away from one another. And then lower. And then left arm, right leg. And lower. Right arm, left leg. With an exhale, take the left leg out to the left side, right arm out to the right side. And then come back and lower. Take the right leg and left arm up. And then exhale, right leg to the right, left arm to the left. Come back to the center and lower. Round your back. Lift your chest. Bring your big toes together, press your hips back, and rest in extended child's pose. Come back up to table and step forward with your left foot. Bring your blocks to either side of your foot. So use your blocks at the height that works best for you. And then any amount that's comfortable for you, you can scoot your right leg back for a nice stretch in the front of your hip on the right side and the hamstrings on the left. Press into your blocks and lift up your chest. And then slide your hips back and straighten your left leg. Remember to bring your blocks with you to help straighten the leg. And then come forward. Reach your arms up. Crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your heart. And with your exhale, bring your right elbow over the left thigh. And then bring your hands back to your blocks and step your left foot back. Step your right foot forward. Press into your blocks. And then slide the hips back, straighten your right leg. And come forward. Lift your chest up, reach your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. With your exhale, bring the left elbow over the right knee. Then twist. And then come back to the center and step back with your right foot. Leave your hands on your blocks and let your ears rest right between your upper arms. And then come forward and lower your hips. Lift your chest. And then press back. Come forward. Turn your inner elbows forward. Lower your hips. Press into your blocks and lift up your chest. And then press back. And one more time, come forward. and press back. And then walk yourself up. You'll sit on the heels. So if you've got knee issues, you might want to come up onto your standing knees or put a block or a blanket underneath behind your knees. We're not going to be here long. So if you're on your knees, interlace your hands and reach your fingertips, your knuckles down towards the floor. For those of us who are sitting on our heels, hold on to the edges of your mat. Roll your shoulders back, turn the inner elbows forward, and then pull the mat away from the center. And then reach up with your left arm and stretch. And lower, and reach up with the right arm and stretch. Reach up with both arms. Come forward and round your back. And then walk your hands forward. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Press all fingers down into the mat, curl your toes, and lift up for downward facing dog. Press through your hands, lengthen through your arms, draw the navel up into your belly, into your spine, and press your thighs to the wall behind you. Glide forward to plank. So keep the body parallel to the floor, and then press back for downward dog. Come up onto your toes, down to your knees, press back for extended child's pose. Come up to table, tuck your toes, come up for downward facing dog. Glide forward to plank. Lift your right leg. And then lower, press back to downward dog. Come forward. You can keep both feet on the floor. I should have said that before if you want. And then just lift the left leg. And lower. Press back for downward dog. Come up onto your toes, down to your knees. Press back for extended child's pose. Once again, roll up, sit on your heels or stand on your knees. Roll the shoulders back and down. Draw your navel in. Draw the sides of the mat away from the center and open up your chest. Oops, looks like we lost someone. Okay. And then release, reach up with the left arm and stretch. And lower, reach up with the right arm, stretch. And lower, take both arms up. Come forward, round your back. And lift your chest. And then step your feet forward to come into Uttanasana, forward fold. So you can put a bend in your knees. In fact, let's all take the blocks out in front of our feet and bend and straighten the legs. And then walk your blocks out in front of your shoulders. And then bend your knees a lot. Bring your ribs to your thighs like a ski jump pose. And then lift up. And bend your knees. Bring your ribs to your thighs. And lift up. And one more time. Bend your knees. Bring your ribs to your thighs. Release your hands down to the floor. And then slowly begin to straighten your legs. And then bend your knees and roll yourself up. Reach your arms up. And then bring your hands to heart center. Pause in Tadasana. Good. Step back with your right foot and stay up on your right toes. Reach your arms up and bend your left knee. Reach the right arm back and the left arm forward. Bring the arms up. And then take the right arm forward, left arm back. Come back up to center. Lower your arms and straighten your leg. And then bend your knee and reach the arms up. Straighten and lower your arms. And then bend. And straighten and bend. Bring your hands down to your front foot and step your right foot forward. For Uttanasana, forward fold. Put a slight bend in your knees and inhale, come all the way up. Reach your arms up and bring your hands to your heart. Step back, you can bring your hands to your hips and then step back with the left foot. Reach your arms up and extend your knee over your ankle for crescent lunge. Whoop. And then bring your right arm forward, left arm back, and then come up and then bring the left arm forward, right arm back. And come back up. And then lower your arms and straighten your leg. Bend and reach up. Lower your arms and straighten. Bend and reach up. Lower your arms and straighten. Bend your knee. Bring your hands to the floor in front of you. Step your left foot forward. Keep a bend in your knees if you need to. And then slightly bend your knees. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Pause in Tadasana. And then step to the center of your mat. Take your blocks and bring your blocks to the back corners of your mat. And then step your feet wide. So you might just want to check and make sure that your blocks are behind your heel. And then turn the left toes out. Turn your right toes in. Soften your knee, turn your thigh, and straighten your leg. And then reach your arms out to a T. Reach with your left arm, cut in with the left hip, staying alive, staying alive. And then reach, bring your hand to your block or to your shin, to the floor. Bring your hand to your hip if you have a shoulder issue or a neck issue. And then press into your feet, reach up with the top arm. Come back, parallel, reverse your triangle. Come back to arms parallel. Reach back with your right arm. Extend your right knee, your left knee over your left ankle and look out over your left fingertips. Bring your forearm to your thigh, back hand to your hip. Roll your thigh open, your shoulder open. And then reach your arm up or keep it at your hip and take the arm next to your ear. If you want to try, take the arm forward. And then bring that forearm back to your thigh. Sweep the top arm down and around. Come back up for warrior two. Reach back with your back hand. Straighten your front leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. And then turn the right toes out. Left toes in. Soften your knee. There's a lot of alignment here. Soften your knee, turn your thigh to the pinky toe side and straighten your leg. And then reach your arms out to a T and relax your shoulders. Reach up with the right arm, cut in with the right hip, and reach. Bring your hand, whoops, to your block or your shin, and reach the top arm up or keep it at your hip. Press into the floor with your feet, reach up with the top arm, reverse your triangle. Come back to arms parallel. Reach back with your left arm, extend your right knee over the right ankle. Bring your forearm to your thigh, back hand to your hip. Roll your shoulder open. Reach up with the top arm, bring it next to your ear. Again, if you want to try, take the bottom arm out in front, or you can even go this way. Bring that bottom arm back to your thigh. Sweep the top arm down and around. Come back up to warrior two. Reach back with your left hand. Straighten the right leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. And then let's heel toe or hop your feet together. And then let's do tree pose. So if you have a piece of furniture or a chair nearby that you want to use, feel free on the wall. Otherwise, bring your feet together, bring your hands to your hips. Press your right big toe mound into the floor and your right big toe. And then take your left foot either to your ankle, to your calf, or if it's in your regular practice, bring your foot into your thigh. Press your foot into your leg, leg into the foot. Bring your hands to your heart, and then reach your arms up. And then lower your arms and lower the leg. And once again, bring your feet together. Find your focal point, fix your gaze. Press your left big toe and big toe mound into the floor. And then take your right foot to the spot on your leg that works for you. And then bring your hands to your heart. Reach your arms up. Release your arms, release your leg. Take your feet just slightly wider than hip distance and bring your hands to your hips. Just make a few circles with your hips. And then go the other way. And then come back to the center. And let me just do a time check. Okay. So come to the top of your mat and reach your arms up and bring your hands down. Bend your knees. Step your feet back, but bring your knees to the floor. And then either cross your ankles and roll back over, or just slide to one side and then take your legs out in front of you. So once again, with the legs out in front of us and in Dandasana, just once again, come forward. And then slowly come up. You may have to scoot a little forward. Hold on behind your knees and roll yourself down. Bring your knees into your chest and rock them in and out. And then keep the knees a little wide. Keep them rocked close to your chest and rock from side to side. And then bring your feet to the floor and take your belt. And bring the belt around the front of your ankles. Walk your hands down towards your feet and hold onto the belt. And then press your feet into the floor and lift your hips. And then slowly roll down. Bring your knees into your chest and rock them in and out. And now take your belt and bring the belt underneath you, underneath your knees. So you can do this either way. You can either leave the belt alone and just use your arms, or I find this helps to rotate the shoulders in a little bit. So hold on to your belt, so grip it between your thumb and your index finger. And as you lift up, draw the belt away, so you're gonna pull the belt that way. You can never come up with the right words for that to really explain what I'm trying to do. But okay, so press your arms into the floor, press your shoulders into the floor, lift your hips and pull them. If you'd like to try, bring your knee into your chest and then reach the leg up, or just leave the knee in and then come down, and then draw left leg in and reach up. And then bring the leg down and then lower down all the way. Extend your legs and your arms and stretch. And then bring your arms down and bend your knees. Bring your ankles and your knees together. Take your arms out to a T. Press your feet and your lower back into the mat. And then as you exhale, take your knees over to the right and your gaze to the left. Come back up to the middle. Press the feet and the lower back into the mat and take the knees over to the left, gaze to the right. Come back up to the center, extend your legs and your arms, and reach and stretch. And then exhale, bring your arms down by your sides, and you can prepare for Shavasana. So remember, one of the options for Shavasana is to take a block and place it underneath your sacrum and take the legs up, which is always a nice feeling. Or you can take traditional Shavasana, maybe put a blanket underneath your knees, or Rita, you can put your bolster under your knees. If you do have something underneath your knees, just make sure that your feet touch the floor so that you stay grounded. And as your breath comes back to its natural rhythm, let your legs relax. And relax your hips. Relax your belly. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders. And the skin on your neck. Relax all the muscles in your face. And let your scalp release. You feel a wave of relaxation begin at the crown of your head and just filter down over you like a veil, covering each section of your body and letting your body just release and let go. Now as you make your way back, begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Perhaps make circles with your ankles and your wrists. And then draw the knees in towards your chest. Slowly roll onto your right side. Pause there for a moment. Take a long, slow, deep breath in and a long, slow, complete breath out. And then gently press into the floor with your right hand and come up our left hand and come up to sit in Sukhasana. And then bring your hands to the center of your chest and lower your head, reminding us to surrender the busy thinking mind to the wisdom and intuition that resides in the heart. You can join me if you like. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way home. Namaste.